keep us down. But we are backing out because the time is now. You're screaming till you're breathless, till other voices drown. No, we ain't backing down. Oh, our time is now. Don't want it just a liar. Don't wanna feed the fire. Tell me what to do. Hey, hey. Listen to my heart. It's leading me for another. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
Hello, everybody. So, here, let me get my face on screen. A little bit unconventional tonight. Just getting used to this new setup and everything. But I figured I'd kind of just get going on things. We are in my new office, as you can see. So, kind of just got some stuff on the screen for you all. I see some of you are chatting. Let me pull that back up. Where is that? Hello, hello, look at that. So we've got Dwight in here, and I have to make this bigger because I can't see that far away, or I'll put it up on screen. Termuta Square and Mr. James Nickel, not Jim. Hello, hello, hello. Glad you guys are all here. Tonight we will be giving out another secret code for your giveaway. You can find that giveaway in the description below. It's like a dark flash case, and what else? There's something else with it, a keyboard. So an optical mechanical keyboard actually, which is quite interesting. Not sure how great that particular one is, but I'm pretty sure it's a solid keyboard nonetheless. But check that out, get entered into that. Tonight there will be another secret code during this stream, so you can answer that question. Those questions are just like fill in the blank, all of them on there. However, only the correct answers will be counted for an entry. So, let's see. We do have quite a few of you in here, so I suppose we can get going. I was just going to chat with you guys for a minute, but we might as well get started. So, earlier I posted a pic of the Spectre build, Boma build there. You can see it on screen. So that's kind of how far I am right now. It's been a little bit since I've worked on it. Had my grandma's birthday last weekend, so I've been out of town a little bit and all that jazz. So as you can see there's no GPU right now. I took out the air-cooled one to start sizing things up. I've got an idea for the tubing routing because I think I'm going to make a distro plate there down at the bottom. Wait, point this way. Down at the bottom there, on top of the PSU shroud, I'm going to put another distro in it since obviously it's a Spectre, so it has a distro already, as you can tell. I lost my chat again. Why is it? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Boma looks good. Yeah, I mean, the car doesn't look good anymore, but the build does. So we're moving on. And I've got that worked out, so I'm going to be cutting the distro here hopefully in the next couple weeks. I did this week, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, I finally got my update from CableMod. My cables have shipped, so those are on the way, which means I can actually kind of connect up the system even though I don't have the Optimus GPU block yet, because I am waiting on that for the GPU, obviously. However, I might connect it up and power it on, make sure everything's going good, and I can fill the CPU loop technically. I mean, it is going to be a single loop. However, the idea with the distro plate here down at the bottom is that I'm going to turn the CPU and GPU into a parallel setup. Obviously, I could just connect straight back from the GPU to the CPU and make it parallel. That's traditionally how you do it. Looks great. Most builds, it's a good deal. However, I decided that I might as well make more work for myself and do a distro. So the cool thing with Optimus blocks that I actually talked to Josh about, the reason why I'm going with the parallel setup, because if you guys have been in groups and stuff that I've been in, you'll honestly see me most of the time not recommending a parallel GPU and CPU, just because in most cases your GPU and your CPU block will have different resistances. So if you do a parallel setup, they'll get different amounts of flow, which means you can see a difference in performance compared to like a serial setup, because one component may get less flow than the other, which can hurt thermals. However, I believe in most cases people do have pretty decent luck and it's not much performance difference. But if you have Optimus gear, say a CPU and a GPU block, it's the same exact cold plate. If you actually look at their designs on Optimus's website, you'll see that their cold plate for the CPU block actually bolts into the GPU block. They use the same cold plate for both, so it ends up making the resistance of the two blocks identical. So that being said, we can do a parallel setup with that distro and have no difference in flow, or next to no difference in flow. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same resistance, but I think they're pretty darn close, being that the cold plates are the same. The plastic construction around it should be pretty similar with the GPU block, but I haven't seen it yet. As far as when those are coming out, I'm not quite sure yet. Threadripper blocks are supposed to come out first and then the GPU blocks, but from what I heard last, the whole coronavirus thing is affecting, I think, their nickel or something, some of their materials they can't get right now. They're having a tough time getting some of them. That backwards hat. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I do have a backwards. I got a new hat actually. It matches my DreamHack sweatshirt. This isn't a gaming hat, but it matches my gaming sweatshirt, with a PPC shirt under it. So, moving on though, that's the Spectre build as it is right now. Like I said, be cutting a custom distro for it here in the next week or two, and then I have to wrap up the PSU shroud. I have designed most of it. We're gonna put a screen in it as well as a flow meter, and what else? I don't know. I got some custom stuff for the PSU shroud coming, so I'm gonna work on that as well. But those are really the last two mods that we're gonna do to the case, as far as I can tell. It's really hard to mod this case, to be honest. I knew that from the beginning. So as you can see in the picture there, I ended up modding the motherboard a little bit, made some fan grills. The only mod I've done to the case so far is that logo I etched in it. More to learn. Yeah, I have more to learn, man. So this case has been teaching me a lot. It has been fun, and you guys will see more very soon. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, maybe like in the next month it'll be done. It's really, I mean, like I said, once I get the cables and if I get the distro plate done, be able to connect it up. I can just cap off the ports for the GPU side of the distro, and we can run the GPU air cooled for now. So I may do that because I mean, my laptop's fine, but I'm getting kind of sick of it. It's limiting my number of monitors. If you guys want, I was going to show you around the office a little bit here. I did update it, or I didn't update, I moved, so yeah, I guess I updated the office. But in the past week here, I posted some pictures and stuff. I got a countertop here for my desk, and I've got the test bench here, which has actually been on the fritz lately. So I'm working on getting the test bench updated, and I have all, or not all my CPU blocks, but a bunch of CPU blocks to test, including the new Optimus ones. Garrett told me last week EK magnitude blocks are supposed to be coming in, so they're going to be sending me one of those. And I believe he said there's another like new manufacturer making blocks, and they're going to be sending those, and I'm going to be getting a sample of one of those. So we're going to have some new contenders as soon as I get the test bench up and running. If I can't for some reason, I don't know. We'll figure out something. I've got some more parts back at the shop, so we will have a working test bench. I will be testing blocks, so you guys can see that comparison. I think it was last February I did like a 2019 block comparison or block lineup for that year. This year I hope to expand on it a little bit more. Like I said, get some new blocks. I didn't have Alpha Cool blocks in there last year, so someone remind me to make sure I get blocks for this year, because they deserve to be tested too. What else is on the list? But yeah, you guys can see the office. It's coming together. I still got some more work. Got some of my sound panels up, and like I said, I need another working computer. But it's all work in progress. We have moved the shop where the CNC is into a new location there. I will eventually move it to this house. Just my garage isn't finished yet, so we haven't gotten that far. But yeah, the shop's in a new spot. CNC's set up again. I'm working on getting the spindle on it. However, it's running pretty good how it is just with the router. So getting some work out there. I've had some people contact me about custom work. So don't forget, guys, you can have us do custom CNC work. Now it is on the website. You guys can find it under custom services, I believe it is. And there you can hit me up and we can talk about any kind of custom mods you need milled out, distros. I've been modding some case panels. I think I got someone that wants to have me mod their shift panel again, much like I did Laura's. If you guys saw that stream a while ago, you guys can check it out on our channel if you haven't. But yeah, we're doing all kinds of custom stuff. Garrett's almost got the UV printer set up. I mean, it is pretty much set up. I'm not sure when those services will be offered, but it should be soon. Those are going to be pretty cool. If you guys don't know what UV printing is, I'd recommend checking it out. Otherwise, we'll be showing you guys what it does, I'm sure, as soon as Garrett is comfortable with that. But that'll be fun as well. So lots of custom stuff. Hey, it's Laura. I was just talking about you. Isn't that weird? You just decided to show up. But, so, like I said, guys, get in that giveaway below because I'll be putting the code up here in just a few minutes. You guys can enter that. There's obviously more ways to enter aside from just the codes, but that's a great giveaway. I believe tomorrow night in our live stream, the one that'll do with Garrett, we'll announce the winner. And speaking of winners, I decided that I would go through and show you guys the BOTM winner of this month, or Build of the Month winner. I know I haven't posted it yet, but after the stream, I will get that post up. If it's not tonight, it'll be tomorrow morning. Sorry, guys, I've just been kind of busy with everything lately, between moving, Grandma's birthday, all that stuff. I've got some more new projects. That's right, I got to tell you about that too. However, we'll go over the BOTM stuff right now. What I figured tonight is that I'd show you guys how we picked the BOTM winner. I mean, I have a little bit of input, but honestly, it's more Garrett and the other guys that really decide on the winner. I try to give as much input as I can. Justin's in the audience. I'm sorry, man. I know you definitely deserve a win. In all honesty, 99% of you guys that enter your builds deserve a win. You guys do really great work, and it is very hard for me every month to, announce the winner because I know so many of you have tried so hard, and it's not always you. But with tonight, like I said, I'd show you guys how we pick them, kind of some tips and tricks to kind of have a better chance at winning. We do have the random winner as well. I'll announce them. So that's honestly just completely random. We kind of just pick someone out of the comments who posted a build. So that one, honestly, there really is no tips and tricks for. However, for the actual build of the month, I'd like to share with you guys how that all works. So, do a drum roll here while I pull up the winner. And there you go. So as you can see, it's Martin from Custom Rigs DE with his pinned Kingpin's Empire. Is that what it's called? Empire. Yeah, Kingpin's Empire pinned. So yeah, this is it's a really rad build. I mean, you guys can already tell that already. I linked his build in the description, so go check that out too. Shoot him a like or whatever you do. A build approval. That's right. That's what we do here on builds.gg. So yeah, we do this all on builds.gg. So tip number one, get on builds.gg. Otherwise, you won't be able to compete. So that's the first tip. Next tip, aside from doing something crazy and custom like this, what I always try to look for is just the amount of effort that someone put in. It doesn't always, like, when I say the amount of effort, what I'm saying is it doesn't always have to be something as over the top as this, where it's a complete scratch build case, everything he made and designed and built it all. That is pretty crazy, which is why, honestly, I think he really did deserve a win this month, because if you can already tell, he went pretty over the top with this thing. However, just the amount of effort you put in, it really shows a lot. Like, if you go through and, you're modding, even if you just have a case, so you're modding the case and you put a nice paint job on it, you cut some panels, you put some custom stuff in there. But then once you even get further and further into it and you, start matching screws, just the little tiny mods and the little details, that's what I honestly look for. And when I'm trying to recommend a winner to be picked, that's what I'll tell them. It's like, you can really see how much some of you guys are trying, or just, all of you guys are trying really hard. I can tell that much. But some people really try to take it a step further, and you can see them kind of build everything together and make it all flow really nicely. as Martin did here with his build. But if you guys want to check out some of the previous winners, some of those are just case mods, so they did use an existing case and they modded it. But when you actually go through the effort of putting an entire theme onto it, like I said, matching your fasteners, just cleaning everything up, good cable management, that's what really stands out to me. I see a lot of builds out there on the internet. Obviously, I mean, anybody in these groups like we are in sees a lot of builds. So you can tell when something stands out and someone went, just a little bit further above than most people do. So that's kind of my tips and tricks there. One other that's really helpful and doesn't at all pertain to modding is your photography. So you don't need like a $5,000 camera, although I believe Martin probably has a pretty dang nice camera. And I believe he has a pretty nice photo setup. Although, as you can see here in this one, he did this one in like his living room or something. I mean, I think that's his living room. It's on a coffee table and there's a couch in the background. However, it's nice and clean. The table's nice and clean. It's just a plain table, and it just adds a little bit of background to it. I do like those pictures. However, if you don't have like a good space like that, what I suggest is just getting a sheet, or even you can get like background drop cloths on Amazon. Excuse me. On Amazon for like $20-$25, and those do create a pretty nice aesthetic because you place that behind your build, and as long as you get a large enough one, you can step back, keep the background all in frame, and then take pictures of your photo. Or otherwise, I guess you could edit out the edges if you have some issues with the sizes and everything later. But just that simple backdrop, or even a bed sheet, if you just have like a plain gray or like a black bed sheet, it helps so much, because I'll see a lot of people, and you might have a nice desk setup. I mean, I don't either, but or I mean, I don't have a bad one either, but it really kind of detracts from it when kind of all your stuff's there and you're trying to take pictures. Usually the lighting's weird. A lot of people leave their side panels on, and then you get reflections and stuff, and the photos just kind of detract from it. And I know, like I said, you guys do great work, but just take an extra 20 minutes. Carry your PC somewhere. It's like a table with just a plain wall, or like I said, get a sheet or a backdrop. Put the PC there, and then take some pictures. Outdoor photos work pretty well too if you have some nice landscape areas, or even just a decent yard. Those look really great too. Just kind of mix up a little bit. Show that you put a little bit of effort into trying to show off your PC just as much as you did when you built it. Because like I said, you guys put a lot of time and effort into these. It's really hard for me to pick just one of you every month to win the BOTM. So if you guys all start doing that, I'm going to be screwed, because I'm going to say they all look great and I won't be able to pick anymore. But just try to take all those into consideration when you guys do enter next month. We will be announcing that. Usually within the last week of the month, we'll announce that. If you're in the PPCs Builders Club, which I believe most of you are, if you're not, check out in the description. There's a link to that, the Builders Club, and that's where you'll see the announcement. You just post your build on the post, or you comment on the post with your build link from Builds GG, and then usually within a week or so, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, but then we'll get the winners announced, and everybody has a chance at the random spot, which is like, I forget how much you get, like 150 or something like that, or $200 gift card to EK. The winner of the actual build of the month gets a $250 gift card to EK, and I believe it's 200 to PPCs. So you end up with a decent bit of change there to work on maybe your next build. And by the way, the EK gift card is basically a gift card to PPCs, but it applies only to EK products. So you get a $250 like EK voucher basically on our website. However, we do ship worldwide, so as long as you live somewhere on this planet, you should be able to get some sick EK gear. So thank you, EK, if you guys are watching at all. We appreciate you guys supporting that, and as well as Builds GG for hosting such a great website. But yeah, I have had some complaints from some people in the past in the group about how the winners picked and stuff. A lot of people, or not a lot, but some people have said that it's just, the most money always wins, or these sponsored builds, all these professional builders are the ones that win. when in all reality it is hardly ever. Some of these people you may think are like sponsored builders, and this one might have even been possibly, I believe, yeah, I think it was sponsored by, yeah, Seasonic, HyperX, and Cable Mod. But that still means that Martin went out and bought all of that EVGA gear, which is a Kingpin card, an EVGA motherboard. I'm sure he had to buy a CPU. I mean, he got his RAM free, it looks like, and probably his power supply. Uh, but otherwise, it seems like Martin's funded most of that. And a project like that is definitely not cheap. I know Martin didn't actually physically make that case himself. However, he had it produced, which is definitely it's even more expensive at that point. So these the winners usually do actually put a lot of their own money into it, just to defend them. But otherwise, I have picked other builds, or we have picked other builds that aren't at all, anything sponsored. They're just a random, one of you guys that, like I said, put extra work into their build, and it really showed. So you don't have to be sponsored or anything crazy like that. You don't even need crazy tools. Just put the effort forth, and I hope you'll win next time. If you didn't win this month, Martin's watching. Congrats, man. The random is Mr. AMD Builder 1967, Michael Harvey. He submitted the Evolution. I don't know if he tried to go for Evolution, but if he, I think it's probably Evolution. That's kind of cool. Spin on illusion and evolution, I would assume. But look at this. This is my first build, still under construction. But it's a great looking build. This is the random winner. We still do look at the builds. We don't just pick anybody that just like posted a potato on builds, GG. But as you can tell here, Michael has actually put some effort forth, and he's tried to improve his PC. He's even shown us pictures of how he has improved it over the time. It looks like he painted his case. I haven't gone all the way through all these build pictures, but it just shows a little bit of effort, and we hope that the gift cards can help Michael as well. If you're watching, Michael, congrats, man. I'll announce you tomorrow morning or tonight if I get the time. Here's one of the pictures I was kind of talking about. Obviously, he's saying that this is a work in progress, so I don't think this is like, going to be his final picture, anything like that. But do avoid pictures like that if it is your like final submission. As like I said, just some of the clutter and stuff, it really detracts from everything. You guys work so hard on your builds, so don't do anything to detract from it, essentially. But yeah, so random winner, Michael Harvey, and the official build of the month for February was Martin. So congrats, guys. Thank you, everyone, for entering. James, I know you entered. Look at my Spider-Man build for UV printed stuff. Yes, that is true. James has gotten a lot of UV printed stuff. I forget who he goes through. He's a great guy. Soon, hopefully, PPCs will be offering services similar to who James goes through. It's really cool stuff, and James has definitely implemented it very well in his builds. So, oh yeah, the final thing I wanted to cover with you guys tonight was a new product. I know I said that there'd be a new distro tonight. I didn't quite get a chance to finish off today. I have a little hiccup with the final putting it together, but I do have the new version 2 R6S2 distro, which has direct pump mounting for a D5 pump, which means the future distros, which really aren't that far off anymore, will also have direct D5 mounting as long as it fits. If it doesn't, I'd probably try to figure out how to get a DDC mount going. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So we do have the new CNC down at PPCs, nearly like this close to being running and cutting distros for us. Once that happens, we should be able to be pumping out a lot more custom stuff like distros. The machine I have is just not really a production machine. It works, but it's more of a prototyping machine at the speed that it goes. So I'll be showing you hopefully tomorrow pictures of that new distro with the direct pump mount, and like I said, very soon some more distro options, which will be a lot of fun. So plan to see more of that. One of the other new products that we're going to be milling, I think partially milling at least, or maybe all of it will be milled, but this isn't a distro. It's actually, oh, it's not that picture. That's my build. It's right here. So this is just a prototype. Just a rough rendered drawing. Germ in the mod shop threw it up. But yes, PPC is working on a water cooling desk design. So this is me a somewhat modular desk. It's going to be more of like an IKEA style thing where you put it together at home. So it's hopefully going to be a cheaper option than what some of the other desk PCs already are out there. For all you guys that want to water cool and have a desk PC, those are honestly, I've always wanted to make one. It's just a lot of work. A scratch build is one thing, and scratch builds are a lot of work. A desk build is just adding a desk onto a scratch build. So it can be quite tedious. However, we are working on this. I'm supposed to have a prototype done by like this weekend. I'm not sure if I'll get that far, but hopefully by the middle of next week I have something to show for you guys. I picked up all the wood today for it. It is going to be made out of melamine, which is basically MDF covered in laminate on the top and the bottom. The edges don't have any laminate. However, we're probably going to figure out something for that where we cut it and whatnot. But you can see up here, basic design is going to have the Mobo PSU in here, and then spots for two rads and reses and pumps. The internal layout is honestly very subject to change still at this point, because I have to nail down all the final details. Jerem's kind of just give me a rough mock-up and a basic idea of what to go for, and this is the basic idea. So I kind of have to shoot from the hip on this one and try to get something done. But yeah, it'll be a really IKEA style build it yourself kind of desk with the cam lock whole deal. I'm sure there'll be some screws and stuff, but a pretty simple to use, at least I hope it's simple to use and build desk for you guys. And like I said, hopefully it's at a price point that's much lower than, I mean, like there's the Hyder desk, which is a great desk PC by any means. I think it looks great and it's a great design. However, it's pretty spendy. So some of you guys will see that and it's like, not quite your cup of tea. But this here hopefully is. It's a pretty decent sized desk, 60-inch width, 30-inch depth, so pretty standard, nice sized desk there for you. And it'll have just all the regular good old features. We're trying to implement a nice front panel with it, with like USB 3.0, your power buttons, all that good stuff. And then Jerem was also mentioning that we should be able to do some like modular rad grills or fan grills, whatever you want to call them, on the side there. So you can kind of either, if you have an idea of your own custom fan grill idea, then we can implement that possibly. Otherwise, we should just have some options of different patterns and designs. I believe we'll also have black and white available, and maybe some other colors. I think Hank was really pushing for white, although I'm not a huge fan of white desks. Maybe some of you guys are though. So we're working on white and black for now. At least that's what I picked up with the wood that I got today, was white and black. So you guys should see that first, and hopefully within the next couple weeks here, we really have something to offer you guys, and maybe even market it before the end of the month. It would be pretty cool. Hey, Calf PCs is here. Yo. Oh, I'm supposed to throw up that secret code for you guys. So all you guys that have stuck it out, here's the secret code. Where is it? Right there. So there's the secret code for tonight's stream. You check out the link below if you haven't already for the giveaway. You enter that into the second random question, I believe it is, and put CNC, code CNC in that answer, and then that'll give you another shot at winning that Dark Flash case, as well as the optical mechanical keyboard. So I hope you guys are getting in that. It's a pretty decent giveaway. We'll announce the winner tomorrow night during the stream, as far as I know. I'm here while it's actually live. Yes, you are, sir. Though we are wrapping stuff up a little bit here, kind of getting to the end of the show. It is a little bit shorter one tonight. I apologize for that. Like I said, I've just been really behind the eight ball here the past couple weeks. I've got a bunch of stuff piled on top of my plates right now, and I'm trying to get through all of it. One thing to mention is I need to get internet into the new shop, as otherwise I would have streamed from out there tonight, more than likely. However, we got to connect up it's got to get beamed from the house all the way to the pole barn, which is a good distance away, and we just got to finish setting up that. Hopefully within the next few days that's done, and then next stream that you guys see of me is from the shop, and maybe showing you guys some CNC stuff. Like I said, the new distro. I am going to be working on this desk tomorrow and Friday, as well as probably a bit this weekend. So we're gonna make some headway, get you guys some content from the shop, as I think that is a little more interesting. Like I said, tonight's a little bit from the hip and not as fun just because I'm sitting in my office here. Although I do always enjoy hanging out and talking with you fine folks. Look at that, it's Willie and Arwiz Damon. Is that it? I think. I like the looks of that desk. Yeah, dude. So, like I said, that this is all kind of subject to change a little bit, and I hope that I can kind of design it to be somewhat modular. I think Germ has some good ideas too. We're both kind of working together on this project, which is cool because I don't get to work with Germ a lot, and Germ does some really great work. If you guys have ever gotten custom stuff from us, it was probably made by Germ, unless it was like a distro or something like that. I made that, but yeah, Germ does great work. I do my best when I can, and hopefully we come up with something that you guys all enjoy, and hopefully some of you would like to purchase. New shop. Is there a video tour? Well, it's not much to video tour, to be honest. It's just a CNC, my workbench, and actually I got to get my desk up there, my old desk, so I have a place to work at once I do have internet in there. But yeah, I posted a picture, I think, oh, excuse me, a week or two of the new space. It is essentially still the same layout to a certain degree, however, in a much bigger shop, and it's a lot brighter in there, so it's a little bit nicer space, and I will be doing some streams from there very soon. So, like I said, guys, if you haven't gotten that code, it is there in the bottom right, right below me, right there, and the code CNC. Put that in the giveaway for another entry, which will be announced tomorrow. Otherwise, folks, I'm glad that you guys all made it. Laura, seeing you reminded me, dude, I have your box. Wait, I have a bunch of stuff that I gotta mail. Yeah, I have your box of goodies here. DM me again, so I remember to take that to FedEx. Bigger and brighter is good. Yeah, man. It's all white in there. I mean, my desk, my desk and my workbench aren't white. However, all the background and everything's white, so it kind of looks quite a bit better than the old garage shop. Although I am going to be moving the shop again this summer into my garage, but I will finish the garage before that happens and hopefully make it looking just as nice as the shop it is in now. And that'll keep everything right here. Then I never have to leave my house, and you guys all know how much fun that is. Right. No problem. Yeah, I apologize, Laura. But speaking of stuff that you get from us, Laura, make sure you enter that giveaway so you can win some more stuff that we have to send you and not forget about. And by the way, somebody else, I mentioned you before, I think, because someone is looking at getting a pretty similar shift panel to yours, although I won't make it exactly the same because you got to have the only one. That's how custom mods work, right? But yes, thank you everyone. You guys have been great tonight. How many of you are in here? Oh wow, look at you all. You're all wonderful people. Thank you everyone for coming. The giveaway tomorrow, BOTM in the morning more than likely. It is getting later. I still have some stuff to finish up tonight, but the BOTM will be announced. You guys know the winners. Thank you everyone for entering. If you did enter, I really appreciate that. We all do. It's awesome seeing you guys' great builds, and thank you for showing up tonight. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or Garrett in the emails below. Always happy to answer you guys' questions. You know, custom mods, you're building a loop, you got some questions, can't find some products on the website, whatever it may be, hit me up. You can try to hit up Garrett, but you know, you and I, all of you know that he's not always quite all there. So yeah, go to me first. But yes, on that note, I hope you guys all have a great night. Enter that code in the giveaway, get entered. We'll announce it tomorrow and live stream. So subscribe and like this so you don't miss the next live stream, guys. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Have a great night and happy water cooling. Bye-bye. You're all wonderful.